one of the big mistakes I see that people make with networking is, they want to build relationships like with the guys at the, at the top. Nothing wrong with that. Like, for instance, they want to, build if you're in the marketing space, it might be a Russell Brunson or a Dan Kennedy or a Jay Abraham or that sort of thing. And the issue with that is, number one, it's not really 100% authentic. But number two, these guys, they have everyone. They're like the rock stars of the industry. What I believe is a better way of approaching it is to just be a really good human. What I mean by that is to build relationships with everyone that you can, that's within your industry or within your network, and really try and add value and be a go-giver, because that maximizes your optionality and maximizes the opportunities that can come to you. And so there's a guy who wrote the 80-20 books called Richard Koch, and he wrote a book called The 80-20 Manager. And he talks about the fact that when you do this, he calls them, you can only have, I forget the name of the lottery tickets, but you've got red lottery tickets and green lottery tickets, whatever those colors are. But he said when you network and you build loose connections with people, and that's where most of the opportunities come from, by the way, is that it's like having a lottery ticket. You can have hundreds, you can have thousands of these lottery tickets that are out there, right? And that is via loose connections. And so, for example, like some of the best contacts I've had, like one of the best contacts I've had over the years, who's referred me to some incredible people, was a competitor. So you would think, why would you network with competitors? Why would you build relationships with competitors? Well, he ended up, if he was too busy, or he went into a slightly different niche, and then he would be referring business back to me as a result of that. This is a guy called Alexei Neoclaus. He's a phenomenal copywriter. So, but there's no way I could predict that, right? It's just, you just don't know, who is going to potentially refer you business, where your opportunities are going to stem from. So the answer is, be a good person, be a go-giver, and build optionality. My hair's going crazy here. But build optionality is really what it's all about. And there's two great books I would recommend for networking. One is The 80-20 Manager by Richard Koch, and the other one is Bob Burg, The Go-Giver. I think they're two brilliant books which are powerful for networking. So don't just go after those big names. Be a good human and maximize your optionality, and just go out there and be generous and be good to people in your network.